Hello, my crafty friends. Now, some of you saw me do what I called coffee dyeing plus paper, and I think I'm going to call it marbling paper now, marbled paper, because that's what it looks like once you get it dry and ironed. But I'm going to do some today, but instead of using coffee, I'm going to use avocado tea. I don't know what to call it, avocado dye, avocado tea. um, and I'm going to do these same ones that I did, the green with the copper, and then this copper with the gold in it. But I also have one that I didn't use last time. This one's called weathered copper, and it's a new one. It said copper, so I had to have it when I was at Hobby Lobby the other day. So, and it's kind of a blue with copper in it. So we're going to try all three of these on our crumpled avocado dyed papers. Also, I'm going to do some of them with regular copy paper, and then I'm going to do some of them with this better quality resume paper that's kind of a cream color compared to the white. I'm going to do both of those, and I want to see the differences in how they turn out. Now, this avocado dye is not quite as strong as the coffee, so it'll be interesting to see how it works. Anyway, I'm going to do it the same way that I did it when I was doing coffee. I'm just going to brush it on and then turn it over, brush it on the back. I may need to let that sit a minute. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's going to work with the avocado dye. Anyway, we're going to just go ahead and crinkle it up lightly and set it up there and do another one. And I'm going to do this with all 10. I'm doing 10 sheets of the white, and then I don't know how many sheets there are of the other. If I run out of space to do it this way, then I'll just stack the other ones flat and let them, do like I do regular when I do papers regular. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and pause the video part while I continue to wipe these down and crinkle them up, and then I'll come back when I'm putting the dye on them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little stack here for my weathered copper. We'll just start with that. And if you don't have, well, let me just see if I can find one to show you. Just a second. I don't have one out here with me, but if you don't have a dropper, Janet Baum reminded me that, so where did I put that dropper? What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Okay. If you don't have a dropper, you can, I gotta stir that up better, I think. You can use a straw. And you know that old method where you just dip the straw in and then hold the end of it and pick it up, and whatever you put the straw in stays in the straw? Well, you can do that. Instead of using a straw. And I may need to add a little bit more. Maybe I'm not being generous enough here. It's hard to tell because I'm on the opposite side here. Trying to tuck it in places where it'll, run in there and 2 more of this, and then we're gonna, that one's, these better papers don't want to stay crinkled up as good. So there's a bit of information for you. Stir this up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to set that right there so I can't imagine forgetting, but you never know. And, well, I need to rinse that out, but I'll do it later. And then I'm going to do the green verdigris with this one. I really like this on the coffee dyed paper. I don't know how it'll, mix with the kind of pink of the avocado dye, but we won't know unless we do it. Oops. Okay. Can't see what I'm doing on that side, so I'm just kind of squirting it around. Okay. And we're going to set this one right here. Let's move these both over here. And we're going to use the one that's just called Copper. And these are all glittered, Tattered Angels color wash tints. And I just got them at Hobby Lobby. It's been a while, but I'm sure they're still there. Well, I know they are because while it's been a while for this one and the green one, the blue one is new, and they did still have these others when I was there. So really doesn't seem like I'm getting as much of the goldy stuff mixed in it, but we're just going to go with it. We'll see what happens. I didn't do as much last time because I didn't want to waste it if it didn't work out good. So I am using more this time. Alrighty. Well, there are those. And I'm just going to let those dry. And then we will come back and take a look at them. And I'm going to wait on the Well, I did have this much avocado dye stuff left in there, and I didn't have room for any more pages, so it may not be soaked all the way through, but I'm just going to let these dry like this, and we'll look at those too. So we'll be back with the second part in a minute. Okay, here are my papers, and I'm going to open these first because they're in the middle, and I'm going to see if they're not totally completely dry, but we're just going to be careful. It worked out okay to do it that way last time, so. I'm going to see if I can tell which ones are copy paper, because I moved them around while they were drying to try and get them to dry better, and that's really pretty. Let's see. Uh-oh. This is the Weathered Copper color tint wash from Tattered Angels. Can't wait to see how good these are going to look when they're all ironed up. Gonna be beautimous. And they worked just as well on the avocado dye as it did on the coffee dye. I thought it should. I'm so happy it did. Look at that. Okay, this is the thicker paper. So these three must be all the copy paper. And this is the, well, I think, I don't know, it's hard to tell. This is the resume paper, I think. Those are just so pretty. I was worrying I overdid the additional goodness that I added to them besides the avocado, but I think I like them that way. This one's got a lot more on it, so just as I say that, then I come down to one that's got a lot, but I think I like it, so. Okay. I'm telling you, these are so much fun. And they're just so beautiful. And it's so easy. It's so easy. This one's definitely the resume paper. Come on. I don't know if there's some way to wad these up that's safer than other ways for when you unfold them. But some of them unfold real easy and some of them it's a little bit harder. Okay. This is the other one that I opened up when Tanya and I were on doing our fairy journal so people could see. And it's completely dry. So let me move those pieces of loveliness out of the way. And then here's the dry one with the green, the verdigris. So we'll open these. Love that. Ooh, this one's really brown. I guess it had more, I don't know, more dye, held onto the dye more or something. Okay, let's see. There we go. Just gotta be careful. Another one like that. Oops. Okay. I wish these looked as pink on the camera as they really are. That would just, I've tried to adjust my colors on the camera to see if I could help that, but if I make it look pinker on the camera, everything else looks more washed out or something. It's just not, doesn't work to try to fix it. I'm going to pause for just a second. Okay. One more of these. And we're going to look at the other side of that one. Okay. There's those. And then here's the dried one with the copper. And this one's just called copper. So didn't get a whole lot of, I don't know if it's just this bottle. I guess it's just this bottle, but it, it doesn't have as much of the metallic-y stuff in it as the other ones. And it may be because I already used it on a project and I used up a lot of the metallic-y stuff. But it's still got enough to make it pretty. These had more space on the table, on the tray, so they're probably a little bit drier than the other ones were. It's really pretty. These almost look burned, but I promise there was no burning. No burning. It's like a puzzle. Wow, that one really, it really got stuff in it, didn't it? This is copy paper. This is the resume paper. The resume paper is a little less pink than the copy paper because the resume paper had, you know, some color to it. But it's still a pretty color. It's a little more salmony than pink. Well, that's pretty. Okay, that one was tore during crinkling, I guess, because I didn't tear it just now. And that was one of the drier ones, so it had to have torn during the crinkling process, which can happen because they're really wet, you know. Okay. Look at that. Woo! I'll come back and do a quick flip through them after I get them ironed. Okay, I've ironed my papers, and this is what they look like. I'm just going to give you a quick little run through of them. I really like them. This shows you the difference, okay? This is the white copy paper. This is the cream resume paper. It's a sturdier paper, and so it doesn't feel as delicate as this does. This feels a little, well, not as sturdy. It doesn't feel as, this feels sturdier. But the color is different too. This is pinker. You know, this one is more, a little bit more corally and less pink because it you know, started out as cream. So, and that looks a little bit, let me see if I can back off from that a little bit. Okay, maybe that's a little bit better. I'm sorry. This is the new one I had that was called Weathered Coral. No, Weathered Copper. Weathered Copper. I really like these. I love them, in fact. I think I like this weathered copper as much as I like the verdigris, however you say that. This one. And once again, here's the difference in the colors of the paper. This is the white copy paper. This is the cream resume paper. Couldn't think of that word. This one got a lot of glittery, goldy stuff on it. Alrighty. There's another batch of fun papers. You can see that these are, you know, considerably flatter than they were when I just took them off. Some of them probably could use being ironed again, but I probably won't. I don't mind them not being perfectly flat. Well, they're never going to be perfectly flat. But anyway, well, God bless you. Have a great day.